George Hamilton has paid tribute to Brigitte Bardot following the death of the legendary French actress, singer, and animal rights activist at the age of 91. Hamilton, who starred alongside Bardot in the 1965 adventure comedy Viva Maria, remembered her as a singular presence in world cinema, whose influence extended far beyond the screen. In a statement reflecting on their time working together, Hamilton described Bardot as a force of nature and said the news of her passing was deeply affecting. "There was only one Brigitte Bardot," he said. "She wasn't just a movie star. She represented freedom, authenticity, and courage at a time when very few women were allowed to be those things." Viva Maria, directed by Louis Malle and also starring Jeanne Moreau, became one of the most celebrated European films of the 1960s. Hamilton recalled Bardot's confidence and instinctive talent on set, saying she brought an effortless magnetism to every scene. "She didn't try to perform for the camera. It simply followed her," he said. Brigitte had a natural honesty in her acting. What you saw on screen came from who she truly was. Hamilton also reflected on Bardot's private personality, noting that she was often misunderstood by the public. While she was widely viewed as a symbol of glamour and rebellion, he described her as thoughtful, warm, and occasionally reserved away from the spotlight. "The myth never fully captured the woman," he said. "She had a sharp wit, a big heart, and a sensitivity that surprised people who only knew the image." Bardot famously retired from acting in the early 1970s, at the height of her fame, a decision Hamilton said required immense strength. "Walking away from that level of success takes real self-knowledge," he said. She understood what fame was costing her and chose her own peace instead. In later life, Bardot devoted herself almost entirely to animal rights activism, founding the Brigitte Bardot Foundation and becoming one of the world's most outspoken advocates for animal welfare. Hamilton said her commitment to that cause was unwavering. "She always had a strong sense of justice," he said. "Giving a voice to animals became her life's mission, and she pursued it with the same intensity she once brought to film." As tributes continue to pour in globally, Hamilton emphasized how Bardot should ultimately be remembered. "She lived by her own rules," he said. "She changed cinema, challenged expectations, and followed her conscience without compromise. That is her true legacy." Brigitte Bardot's death marks the passing of one of the most influential cultural figures of the 20th century, remembered not only for her iconic screen presence, but also for a life lived firmly on her own terms.